We got another one. My mic broke, but y'all gonna get this content. The topic of today's video is PPP loan murder for hire. The story is fucking crazy. The story is a man who was the main conspirator, helped a lot of people file fraudulent PPP loan applications, and expected to get a cut of their loans after they were received. He allegedly defrauded the government for tens of millions of dollars, according to the article that I read, and a few people did not give him his cut, so he hired a hitman to go and kill them. That shit is bonkers. The main conspirator was apparently a rolling 60s Crip and hired the hitman to kill one person because of gang-related beef. The hitman allegedly carried out 4 murders from 2021 to 2023. He was arrested in 2023 for his last murder. During the investigation of his last murder, investigators were able to tie him back to the main conspirator who was helping people commit PPP loan fraud. And it was found out that he was hired to kill these people because they didn't give their cut up to the main conspirator. The main conspirator's name is Carl Chester and the hitman's name is Michael Coleman. Everything happened in Las Vegas, Nevada. The wildest part about the story, after Michael Coleman committed the second murder, the second victim's cousin was locked up for the murder. I believe within the last month he was recently exonerated of the crime. Wild. This situation is not the first of its kind, but it is the most recent that's happened and been on the news, so we're gonna talk about it. I actually can't believe that I found out about this a week late because it is insane. I should have known sooner, but let's get into it. Listen close. Videos the 8 News Now investigators obtained show an alleged hitman committing 4 murders as part of what detectives said was retaliation and a federal loan fraud scheme involving tens of millions of dollars. Officers arrested Michael Coleman, 41, in May 2023 for the murder of Kadita Stewart, 48. In September, Las Vegas Metro Police announced they connected Coleman to 3 more murders from 2021 and 2022. Earlier this month, a Clark County grand jury indicted Coleman for the additional murders. On Monday, February 27, 2023, officers responded to a 911 from a person who said they heard several gunshots near Fort Apache Road and Mountain Edge Way in Southwest Valley, 8 News Now reported at the time. Officers later found Stewart deceased outside of a home. Police tracked Coleman to Stewart's murder from a traffic stop in Arizona 12 hours after the shooting. Officers arrested him in May 2023 after a standoff. Throughout the investigation, police learned of a man named Carl Chester who allegedly defrauded the government of several Paycheck Protection Program loans. Chester and his associates would disperse the money, and Chester would take a cut of the money for his work and help to get them the loan. When Chester did not receive his cut of the money, he would threaten or use violence against the individuals to get his money, Johansson said. Chester would hire Coleman to kill those who shorted Chester of his money, and if Coleman could not get to the targeted person, he would go after family members. In May 2021, police suspect Coleman killed Benjamin McCarty, 49, while McCarty was working on his car in a parking lot in the 3900 block of Charleston Boulevard. Police said Coleman parked near McCarty and approached him before shooting and killing him. Evidence the 8 News Now investigators obtained show video of a man police believe is Coleman running from the murder scene. Detectives also obtained photos from Coleman's email, which they said showed him sending McCarty's picture to Chester before the murder. Coleman's second murder charge involves the death of Marcus Larry, 39. Larry was shot multiple times inside the Teriyaki Madness on Charleston Boulevard near Town Center Drive. Police initially identified and arrested Oscar Richardson Jr., Larry's cousin, as the suspect, but he was later released once police obtained evidence that he was innocent. Video from inside the restaurant shows Larry and a minor ordering food when a man barges in and shoots Larry and a cashier. The cashier survived and told the grand jury she spent 5 weeks in the hospital. This is what led me to finding out about this. I actually saw this happen on Twitter. It was pretty crazy. You see Michael Coleman walk through the doors, start dumping shots, hits Marcus Larry and he falls to the ground. And you see the cashier drop as well. Absolutely gruesome. Sorry to her. That had to be the worst day of her life. After the murder, police believe Coleman ditched the car he was driving at the nearby Red Rock Resort. DNA on the van's handles later matched Coleman, police said. In the third murder, Coleman is accused of shooting and killing William Hill Jr., 54, outside his home near Martin Luther King Jr. and Lake Mead Boulevards. I saw this video too attached to the same thread that had the Teriyaki Madness shooting. It wasn't as up close, I believe from what I remember, but still just equally as bad. Somebody died. Somebody died. Police said the same red Hyundai that was used in Stewart's case dropped Coleman off, and Coleman shot Hill before being picked up by the Hyundai. The getaway driver was identified as DeMarcus Banks, who is now deceased. Videos show the car parking near Hill's house, and then a man who police believe is Coleman walking towards the house. Get this. The getaway driver is not the only deceased person who worked with Michael Coleman. Police said Hill's murder was due to Hill's son, who is currently in prison on PPP loan fraud. Police said since Chester could not get to Hill's son, they went after his father. This man died on the actions of his son. You know how tragic that is? It's one thing to be getting arrested because you committed fraud, but it's another to have a hitman sent after you, and if they can't get to you, they will go after your family and gun them down. But get this. Chester, who organized the murders of Stewart, Larry, and Hill, was murdered in May 2024 by members of Hill's family in Retaliation, police said. Metro Police recently made more arrests connected to Chester's murder. The main dude, the main conspirator, is dead. He's deceased. He was shot to death. Imagine going to prison for a dead man. I would, dude, dog. Just like, Coleman remained in custody without bail as of Monday. A trial in the Stewart murder was scheduled to begin next month. Coleman was also scheduled to be arraigned in the combined criminal case for the 3 other murder charges next month. Boy, that PPP loan ain't worth shit. It ain't worth nothing. I can't believe this is happening to people. Like I said, this situation is not the first of its kind. It's wild that they keep coming out. More hitmen, more murder for hire regarding the PPP loan. It's crazy enough. It ain't really crazy. People are being arrested for PPP loan fraud. That's already bad. That's terrible. But people are being killed for PPP loan fraud? Jesus Christ. If you worked with him and didn't give him his cut, at least you safe from death. You just gotta worry about the government now. And, ooh, they won't kill you, but they will lock you up. They will give you some time, or you gotta pay that money back, or both. Worst case scenario, you go to jail and they still want their money back. More than likely not. You gonna have to pay and spend time. So you paying twice. Wild stuff though, man. Wild stuff. And William Hill's family retaliated back at Carl Chester and got it back in blood. They really went hard. They had to kill the man, and they succeeded. You gotta feel stupid going to jail for a dead man. I can't fathom the dumbfoundedness. God damn. That PPP loan ain't worth nothing. It ain't worth none of this. It just isn't. It done caught up to people in so many different ways. The government trying to get their justice. Carl Chester trying to get his justice. Carl Chester's victims trying to get their justice. America's a crazy ass place. It really is. It's a fucking jungle out here. Y'all need to stop playing with your lives before you meet your maker, y'all. This is not no game. This is not no joke. People are not playing about this money. And I ain't even talking about the government. But you will get got out here thinking that you got away. Ain't that insane though? What y'all think about this besides that fact? It's a jungle out here. It's a circus out here, yo. But that's the video. That's the story. Cannot believe I stumbled across this. Can't believe I'm so late. I'm mad at myself for that. But just wanted to put that out there, man. Let y'all know what's going on in regards to the PPP loan fraud. And that people are getting their justice. People will go out of their way to get their justice. This all happened over a year ago at this point, but they finally got the right one. They finally got the hitman. Crazy. Insane. We really walk among people like this every single day, and we have no idea. We have no idea. Crazy. Just crazy. I'm off this though. Every day you learn that the PPP loans is not worth all the trouble that comes with them. They just not. How the heck this man get tens of millions? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get off this. Tens of millions of dollars.